All right, today we are diving deep into one of the most giving, caring, and, well, complex personality types in the Enneagram. Type 2, the helper. They're the people who seem to live to give, but what's really going on beneath the surface? You know that person, right? The friend who just shows up with soup when you're sick, even if you didn't tell them? Or that coworker who always remembers exactly how you take your coffee? That person with that almost psychic radar for what other people need? Yeah, there's a very good chance you're thinking of an Enneagram Type 2. So, let's get to the heart of it. To really get a handle on the Type 2, we've got to look past all the helpful things they do and ask a much bigger question. What is driving all of this? What's their core motivation? At their very core, everything a Type 2 does is powered by one single powerful desire to be loved and needed. Their whole personality is basically built around getting a yes to the question, am I loved? They believe that if they can become absolutely indispensable to you through their care and support, they'll secure that love and never be left behind. And you know what? This drive, it creates some truly wonderful, absolutely beautiful strengths. Let's talk about the incredible gifts that Type 2s bring into our lives. You can really see how these traits just build on each other. Their high empathy means they can literally feel what you're feeling. That naturally leads them to be super compassionate, and that makes them the social glue in families, friend groups, and offices. They just create warmth wherever they are. And if there's a crisis, oh yeah, they are the first person on the scene, no question. For a Type 2, love is not a passive thing. It's an action verb. It's something you do. It's about making the meal, listening to the problem for hours, offering the ride, you name it. So much of their identity is wrapped up in what they do for other people. And with every Enneagram type, there's always a but, there's a shadow side. This constant, nonstop river of energy flowing out to others can come at a really big personal cost. And this is the central struggle for the Type 2. When you give and give and give, you eventually hit burnout. And when their giving isn't appreciated or even noticed, that's when resentment starts to bubble up, sometimes coming out in little passive-aggressive comments. They can really struggle with boundaries, getting way too involved in other people's problems. And sometimes their giving can have this unconscious string attached, an expectation of love in return. So here we have it, the core conflict. On the outside, everyone sees them as this wonderfully kind and approachable person. But inside, it's a whole different story. There's this relentless, anxious little voice constantly asking, am I doing enough? Do they still need me? Am I valuable? This ties their entire sense of self-worth to what other people think, and that is a really tough place to live. To really get this, let's peel back another layer and explore the helper's inner world. What are the core fears and the internal scripts that are running the show? And I want to be clear, this question isn't just a random thought. It's the engine. It's the operating system that's running in the background 24/7. Every single act of service, every offer of help is an attempt to finally get a loud and clear yes to that question. And this is the voice that's pushing them. It's that inner critic that basically says goodness equals action. It's the voice that whispers that love isn't free, it's conditional. It's something you have to earn through endless effort and by making yourself completely indispensable. This is their absolute biggest fear, being unloved, worthless, and useless. The thought of being cast aside, of someone saying, you know what, I don't need you anymore. Well, that feels like a death sentence. Because if their value is tied to being needed, then being useless is an existential crisis. Okay, so that all sounds pretty intense, right? But here's the good news. How does a Type 2 find balance? The path to growth isn't about shutting down that loving, caring nature. Not at all. It's about learning to turn some of that amazing care back toward themselves. This is basically the roadmap for a healthier helper. It all starts with something so simple, just checking in and asking, hey, what do I want right now? Realizing that saying no is about setting a healthy boundary, not about rejecting someone, is totally revolutionary. And maybe the hardest part, learning to just receive help and support without feeling guilty about it. And this, right here, is the ultimate aha moment for a Type 2 on their growth path. It's the massive shift from believing I am loved for what I do to truly knowing I am loved for who I am. It's realizing their value isn't some kind of transaction. It's just a fundamental fact of their existence. So I'll just leave you with that to think about. For any Type 2s listening, or for anyone who loves a 2, just imagine, What would change if the helper truly believed they didn't have to do a single thing to be worthy of love? It's a powerful thought. Thanks for digging into this one with me.